attention, salute, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Webb, call roll, please.
Councilman Washington.
Here.
Pro Tem Hinton.
Here.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Here.
President Hogg.
Here. Item 5 is presentations. We have 2 tonight. 5A is December business of the month. Mayor Herndon.
Get right here. Come right over here. A lot of y'all might recognize Randall. He was with a city employee for a long time. He's now with KFC. Philip Marshall, the owner, couldn't be here tonight. He's with other KFC folks doing something somewhere. And so we want to say thank you as we have for now since 2008. We have been recognizing existing businesses in our city. Tell them how much we thank them for being here. And we're going to get this one here. Whereas Kentucky Fried Chicken is a well-known go-to place for many Northport residents, and whereas Mr. Philip Marshall owns and operates Kentucky Fried Chicken in Northport, Alabama, and whereas we appreciate Mr. Marshall choosing Northport as a place to call his business home, and whereas we hope to have many finger-licking good meals for many years to come. Now, therefore, I, Bobby Herndon, by the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Northport, Alabama, do hereby proclaim Kentucky Fried Chicken to be Business of the Month, December 2022, in the great city of Northport, and express our appreciation for their continued contributions to the quality of life and well-being of our citizens. Randall, I appreciate you very much. Tell Philip we do, and y'all been here for a long time, and we just thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, Randall.
Thank you, Mayor Herndon. Next under presentations is a Toys for Tots update. Councilwoman Dykes. And the Grinch.
I'm trying to keep a straight face here.
That's a tall Grinch.
That is a tall, creepy Grinch. Our staff, a few weeks ago, decided to do a Toys for Tots drive. And in that, they have collected, Glenda, what was the last count?
Over 200.
Over 200 toys. So I told people if they would get to 100 toys, I would donate $1,000. So this is $1,000 plus $500 that a citizen donated. So we just want to say thank you, and
We're very grateful for everything y'all have done. This will help us reach our goal. Our goal this year is 1,300 families, and right now we're sitting at just under 4,000 kids that we're gonna be Christmas for this year. So
and I think we're still taking toys up through Thursday night.
Yes, that's
Through
correct.
Thursday night. So if you haven't dropped one off, drop one off.
yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I do want to commend everyone that has participated in this, has brought a toy, put it out on social media. Whatever you could do to brighten the lives of deserving children is a big help. So thank you to everyone that was involved.
And thank you to the Grinch for showing up and helping us out. Creepy as you are, it's good. It's all good.
He does have a heart.
He does have a heart.
Item 6 is approval of the agenda. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the agenda as printed?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Ms. Bobo.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Item 7 is visitors to address the council. We have none signed up. Item 8 is unfinished business. Item 9 is new business. And 9A1 is the first reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements except final layer for property located at Trestle Square, Phase 2. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, this is just asking to accept the infrastructure except for the final layer of asphalt.
Okay. I'll offer that for a first reading. 9A2 is the first reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements except final layer for property located at the Summit Subdivision, Phase 3. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, same thing.
Okay. I'll offer that for a first reading. 9A3 is the first reading of a permanent resolution extending the operation deadline for Mansa NPT LLC through February 28, 2023. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President, this is the hotel that we hope will finally be finished. They requested an additional 2 months. They had hoped to be finished by the end of this year. They requested this be extended through the end of February. They're having equipment problems.
It was an elevator supply.
Elevator supplies, but they we've invited the council to come by and take a look, see the progress they've made, and they say this will be the last request. So,
Yes,
but we do want them to have elevators.
absolutely.
And also, they would request we suspend the rules on this since we're only having one meeting this month.
Okay. And I do want to tell the council, if anyone would like to go by, let me know. I will get you in touch with the owner-operator of the property. They would like to extend that to everyone to come take a look of what it looks like on the inside so far. So with this being requested to immediately consider the ordinance for adoption. So that's in a motion to suspend the rules. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments on suspending the rules? Hearing none. Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Ms. Bobo, and this is for suspension of the rules only.
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay, is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the permanent resolution under suspension of rules, extending the operation deadline as set forth in the redevelopment reimbursement agreement with Mansa NPT LLC until February 28th, 2023?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Ms. Bobo.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 9B1 is resolution declaring emergency and authorizing emergency public works contracts with Video Industrial Services to clean Carroll's Creek Pump Station. Mr. Webb.
Yes, this is an emergency contract to clear debris from a pump station. It's about 40 foot deep. It has to be.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Bobo, second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting Ms. Bobo.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B2 is a resolution authorizing water service outside the city limits at 15104 Preacher Lee Road. Mr. Davis.
Yes, this is a standard request. They cannot annex into the city with all the usual stipulations. Staff recommends this be adopted by the council.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to adopt the resolution authorizing water service outside the city limits pursuant to the conditions in the resolution?
So moved.
It's a motion by
Second.
Councilman Hinton, second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting Ms. Bobo.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B3 is a resolution adopting the Rose Boulevard Outdoor Adventure Park Master Plan. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, we have a picture of the master plan that we could pull up on the screen. There's also copies on the table here that you can look at after the meeting if you would like. We are very excited to bring this master plan to you. As you're aware, you purchased 151 acres off of Rose Boulevard about this time last year. We have worked with a local consulting firm to come up with a master plan for this area. This is the terrain. We're really taking advantage of the terrain that we have out there and creating an adventure park. In this, we'll be able to have cabins and cottages. There's a section for RV parking, RV facilities such as bathhouses and so forth. We have a pond in the area. We're going to have some zip lines. There'll be walking trails, native trails, bird watching trails. We also have an area designated just for some very technical mountain biking. We have a retreat center, so this could be used, a common area for corporate retreats, for youth retreats, just to rent out in general. There's several pavilions throughout the area. There's a couple of parking lots. We have some pedestrian bridges. We hope to add a high ropes course, and then, like I said, some zip lines. So we're very excited about being able to take advantage of the terrain that we have out there and to provide the outdoor activities that we don't have anywhere else in the county. So we're asking that you adopt this master plan. From there, we will start looking for different funding sources in terms of grants and other dollars and start building out phases of this as we move forward.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions y'all might have about it?
I do want to point out that the picture here, for anybody that wants to look when they get home, or if you're watching from Facebook Live or anything else, that on the website under public notices, this master plan is on the website. So take a look at it and see what you think. Thank you, Ms. Tubbs. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the resolution adopting the Rose Boulevard Outdoor Adventure Park Master Plan?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Councilwoman Bobo. That is a second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting Ms. Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 9B4 is a resolution awarding bids for solid dewatering equipment for the wastewater treatment plant solids handling improvement project. Mr. Webb.
Yes, this uses the American Rescue Plan Act funds. This is going to begin final design at the wastewater plant for our sludge dewatering equipment. We recommend the lowest qualified bidder and also have the lowest 15-year present worth value on the equipment.
Okay.
And council, if I may add something to this. This doesn't sound very exciting, but it is quite exciting for a process improvement at the wastewater treatment plant, which will begin modifying some of the smell that comes from our wastewater treatment plant, which will be very helpful for the Kentucky area as well as downtown. So this is a monumental day for us here.
Absolutely. Anything else, Mr. Webb?
That's it.
All right. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
That is a motion by Councilwoman Dykes, second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting Ms. Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B5 is a resolution adopting the Kentuck Festival and Sportsplex Area Master Plan. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, we are also very excited about this master plan and even more excited to get to follow John Powell because the improvements that he's going to make to the wastewater treatment plant will be very beneficial for this master plan. This master plan we also have on the website. We also have maps here and we have it available on the screen. So this is very exciting. We started this process of looking at how to look at adding a sports complex in this area. We looked around at all the available property that we had as the city of Northport that we owned in the area. This connects to the Levee Trail. It's also across the street to the Vandergraaf Park. There is Corps of Engineers property available there and the Friends of Historic Northport. So there's quite a lot of property that you can add together to look at doing something really remarkable in our downtown. And with that, the master plan, we had a huge long list of things that we wanted to see. We did geotech out in the area, and we were luckily able to find a location for everything that was on our list. And we've even added a couple of things. So very excited to present this. It is a laundry list of things we have. We were thinking very tourism and also local use. We want our citizens to be able to use this, but we also want it to be a draw so we can bring in a lot of tournaments that are going out of our city. We have a lot of our children that are actually leaving our city to go play other places, so we want to give them an opportunity to be able to play here. So when we laid this out, we laid it out in a tournament-ready fashion, meaning that we can have local play, but we'll also be able to host tournaments for just about every sport that we've looked at. So we've looked at tennis. We've identified an area to have 4 tennis courts. We looked at pickleball. we identified an area to have 24 pickleball tournaments. So this would allow us to have national tournaments here. We looked at an indoor facility, which will contain a walking track. It'll have some indoor classrooms and spaces, 4 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts. All this can be converted. It can also be converted into a special events place, something very similar to what is at the Finley Center in Hoover. We looked at a grass amphitheater. So some of y'all that might have gone to Bama around my age had a grass amphitheater there, Riverside Amphitheater, and we're looking at mimicking something like that. The Kentuck Festival uses a stage now. They have to bring in that stage, so we're envisioning something that the festival could be able to use. It would be there all the time and be able to host events more than just the Kentuck Festival. We have pavilions spread out all through the area. These could be used for just gatherings, family reunions, weddings, birthday parties. We have several walking trails and pavilions throughout the area. We have improvements to the existing core facilities of their fishing facilities. We're looking at doubling those facilities and also having a place to weigh in. The bass fishing in high school has gotten huge. We have a great resource right here with the Black Warrior River. We want to take advantage of that. We want to be able to bring those tournaments to our town. So being able to double the amount of boats that we can park and to launch, and then also have a place for those kids to come and weigh in, we feel like will be a great draw to our community. With the sports complex, we have 9 tournament-ready fields. The 2 of those will be championship fields, will actually overlook the river. I don't think we'll have any kind of sports complex anywhere like this in the South. It'll be absolutely gorgeous. We're also adding 6 more in where Kentucky is now. We're looking at refurbishing that, adding 6 more fields there. Those could be dedicated to local play, but then could also be available if we had really big tournaments come to town. So you'd have a total of 15 fields. These could be softball and baseball fields. We have restrooms. We have picnic tables. We have the levee trail ends there. We looked at adding a trailhead, so more parking, more lighting, pavilions, some playground equipment. We also have an area dedicated to just very natural. I refer to it as, if anybody's been to Disney World and been to Tom Sawyer's Island, where they have like the little forts and the ropes and the trails and stuff for the kids to play on. We have an area dedicated just for that type of play that will connect back to the levee trail and back to our downtown. We recognize that Vandergraaf is right across 5th Street. We've added trails that will connect over to Vandergraaf, so you would have basically go under 5th Street where the bridge is, an underpass, so to speak, to go next to Mill Creek, come across 5th Street. You'll be on the north side of 5th Street. We've added a pedestrian bridge to get you over to the Vandergraaf area and to the farmers market that would cross over Mill Creek. So we're really connecting all of these amenities that we have in our downtown and be very walkable and bikeable from the downtown, from the new Courtyard Marriott, from pretty much all of our south pedestrian plan that we have presented and y'all have adopted before. We're tying this into that as well. So I know that was a lot, but and I might have left out something. Any questions y'all may have?
No, I think this is really good. This is definitely something that was envisioned a few years ago, and like I tell everybody, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Mm-hmm. And trying to get this laid out and trying to get everyone involved in the concept and taking everyone's opinions and seeing exactly what people want and what the citizens and their families want to see. I think we've hit on every aspect of what you can do with a sports complex, and also in tying this in with the Kentuck Festival as well, to incorporate the arts as well. That's a huge addition too, and then getting the local schools involved too with the bass fishing. I know that County High does not have.
Yeah, they do not have a place.
They do not have a place for fishing. They do not have a place for tennis courts. That's something that we could definitely help them out with as well in a partnership with County High. And I just like the way it's looking and how everything's taking shape. And I know Dr. Hinton is very excited at this point. This was something that he has worked on many hours and love to see this being put on paper and being here tonight for a vote to adopt this plan. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for presenting tonight.
And just one other thing, I know a lot of people will ask, okay, where are we gonna go from here? So we'll add for both master plans, we will add, start putting cost with all the amenities. Then we'll start looking for funding. We'll do an RFP for those amenities that we feel like we wanna build first. And that'll allow us to go in and look, grant dollars is gonna be very important for this. I know that y'all have discussed using some Northport First dollars. So we'll divide it out into different elements that we can build at one time, prioritize those, search for funding, and then we'll start construction.
That sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, this master plan, if adopted, well, it's already there, but even if it is adopted, it's already there for you to look at on the website under public notices. So anybody that wants to go to www.cityofnorthport.org can take a look under public notices at both of these master plans. With that being said, is anybody, and I think I know, would like to move forward to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
That's a motion by Councilman Hinton, second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? I know that was a lot to take in. Okay, hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B6 is a resolution electing a city council president. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President. This resolution does several things. If I can give you a little bit of background to explain why, it's got several components in it. Under our form of government, we have two signatories on checks, the city administrator and the council president. And I asked Darren this afternoon, we have about 30 different checking accounts. And not only would you have to change the signatories at the bank, we also have this monster called Tyler that drives everyone crazy, that's financial software. So it'd have to be changed on that. So because of that, we are doing things in sequence starting on the 29th. As you know, under Alabama law, when a mayor in a Class 7 city resigns or that office somehow becomes vacant, then that council president automatically becomes the mayor. Mayor Herndon has made the decision that he will resign effective the end of this year, it's December 31st. So that would, if nothing else were done, would elevate President Hogg to the position of mayor. He does not want to do that. He wants to stay on the council. So he has resigned, or is resigning effective the 29th as council president. Now, that date is important because it lets him legally sign my paycheck and 325 other paychecks and paychecks to all of our vendors that are paid this month. So that's the reason for the timing. Not that I would put my interest above anyone else, but it's going to be a lot easier not to have to change who signs checks. So what this does is several things. As you know, Mayor Herndon has resigned effective December 31. This Councilman Hogg has resigned as president, not from District 5, just as president. So there's no misunderstanding about that. Effective December the 29th. Now that's right after we do a check run. And so this resolution would elect John Hinton, District 3, as your new council president. So on December the 29th at some point in time, December 30th and December 31, Dr. Hinton will be your new council president. Now, I don't think he will be up till midnight bringing in the new year. So basically, he will go to bed on New Year's Eve as our council president. And by Alabama law, he will wake up on Sunday, January 1st as our new mayor. And he'll be sworn in at a later date, and Ms. Webb will talk about that. But that is the reason for the timing of this, is because of the chaos it would cause in our accounting system and at the bank to have to change council presidents before we do a check run. I do think that the Finance Committee is starting a campaign fund for Jeff Hogg as the new council president next year, and I think they've raised about $8 so far. So that hasn't come out of their own money.
It's more than what I thought.
But anyway, that's the reason for this. The resolution itself incorporates all of this, but I wanted to give you and the public the reason why we're doing it in this fashion. So Mayor Herndon has made the decision to resign effective at the end of the year, on basically at midnight at the end of December 31. Mr. Hogg will resign as president. This will accept that resignation. It appoints John Hinton as the new president of council, effective on the 28th or 29th when he's resigned. And then you don't have to say, Alabama legislature has declared that Dr. Hinton, president of council, will then become mayor as of January 1st. So do I have any questions, or have I muddled that up enough?
No, pretty self-explanatory. So just to rehash that, 29th, I will resign as the president. According to this resolution, Dr. Hinton would take office as president on the 30th. Mayor Herndon resigns, as he had alluded to, I think last council meeting, on the 31st. Then by state law, President Hinton will then ascend to the mayor's position at that point, and we will be left without a president and a pro tem going forward. In our January meetings, we'll address those issues. So anything else? Okay. I will make the motion to adopt this resolution, accepting the resignation of myself as City Council President, effective on December 29th, and that we elect Councilman John Hinton as the new Council President of the Northport City Council, effective immediately upon the resignation of President Hogg on December 29th. That is in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
John, you didn't sound real encouraged by that yes. I'm just going to call you out here.
I do want to thank Councilman Hinton for his leadership of accepting the position. It was something that was unexpected, and we are all going to miss Mayor Herndon for his invaluable knowledge and resources, and for his leadership. But thank you to Councilman Hinton for stepping up to become the next mayor of Northport and to help lead us. I know Mayor Hinton and also Mayor Herndon will probably be talking and working together, and I know Mayor Herndon will be promoting Northport and helping Councilman or President Hinton or Mayor Hinton with moving forward. So that's just the kind of heart that Mayor Herndon has. So do appreciate that. Next on the list is 9B7, and it's a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute the master service agreement with Pro Parks Management Company, LLC, for the Northport Water Park. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, we are asking that you enter into a contract with Pro Parks Management Company. They provide full service from inception, basically, to construction and open the doors of water parks. We've done a lot of research on this. We're very happy with this company. The first thing that they will do is go in and actually size our water park. They'll look at what kind of capacity we need, look at our demographics, and determine what type of water park we need and give us a better cost estimate. So we are asking to do the master service agreement in this, number 7, and then the next one will actually be their first task order director.
Okay. And I'm so glad to see that the water park, the adventure park, and the sports complex are all being done. I love seeing it being done simultaneously as well. These are different areas that will be beneficial to the growth of Northport and also to make this a destination city and one that people will come and stay in for days instead of just for one day. So thank you to staff for all your work on all of these. I will move to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute the master service agreement submitted by Pro Parks Management Company, LLC, for their professional services on the Northport Water Park, and that's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. And as alluded to, 9B8 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute task order directive number 1 of the Northport Water Park Master Service Agreement with Pro Parks Management Company, LLC. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, the first order, task order directive will be for conceptual design. So in that, we'll do geotech, subsurface delineation to see what type of soils we have out there. We'll also do some preliminary numbers as marketing and from demographics and tourism like we talked about on what we feel like that we can actually bring in. It's very important that we size our water park appropriately. We don't want it to be too small. We don't want it to be too big. We want it to be that sweet spot that allows it to be very successful for our community. This will be that first order of business, and that's what this task order directive number 1 is.
Okay. I will make the motion to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute task order directive number 1. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Item 9C is our consent agenda. This ranges from PO requisitions, minutes, and bill listings. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the consent agenda as printed?
So moved.
It's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Item 10 is reports of special committees of council. If there's a member of council that would like to give an update from their committee. Item 11 is public hearings. We have a few tonight. 11C1 is a second reading of an ordinance amending Table 4-1 of the zoning ordinance to include medical cannabis dispensing. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This ordinance will amend Table 4-1 and will include medical cannabis dispensaries in C6 zoning, which is highway commercial. This does require a public hearing and comes with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission.
Okay. I will open the floor for the public hearing. If there's a member here tonight that would like to come speak for or against this agenda item, please come to the podium. State your name and address for the record. Seeing none, I will close the floor for the public hearing. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the ordinance amending Table 4-1 of the zoning ordinance?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilwoman Dykes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Item 11C2, second reading of an ordinance rezoning of approximately .68 acres located at 3218 Main Avenue. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This property, the property owner requests the rezoning from RM2, which is residential multifamily, to office institutional. It does come with a favorable recommendation and it does require a public hearing.
Okay. I will open the floor for the public hearing. If there's a member in the audience that would like to come speak for or against this agenda item, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Okay. Seeing none, I will close the floor for the public hearing. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the ordinance rezoning of approximately .68 acres located at 3218 Main Avenue?
So moved.
That is a motion by Councilman Washington, and second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. 11D is with our police department. It looks like we have a ABC license request for Super Stop One Incorporated.
Yes, sir, we have a license transfer.
Okay.
So it's not a new license, it'll be a transfer. It's 700 McFarland Boulevard. We did not find any issues with this application.
Okay. And this is a transfer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the ABC license transfer for Superstop One Incorporated?
President Hogg, I believe we need a public hearing. on
That is correct. I am so sorry. I will be glad when President Hinton takes over this. All right, let's go with the public hearing for the ABC license for Superstop One Incorporated. The floor is open for a public hearing. If there's anyone here to speak for or against this agenda item, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Seeing none, I will close the floor for the public hearing. And now, if there's a member of council that would like to move to approve the ABC license for Superstop One Incorporated, please do so.
So moved.
Second. That is a motion to approve by Councilwoman Bobo and a second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 12 is City Administrator's business. Ms. Webb.
Yes, sir. I have 3 items tonight. As you saw, the Grinch visited with us tonight, and he's still here. I wanted to invite everyone to our holiday open house, which is this Thursday at City Hall. We have some noise going on. Thursday from 5 to 8, the public is welcome to please join us. We have lots of fun festivities. It's a free, family-friendly event. Again, free. We have Elf on the Shelf, the South Pole, Santa's Workshop, Whoville and the Grinch, Hot Cocoa, Frozen. We're featuring a new thing this year, a train outside, so there'll be train rides for children. Of course, snow will be falling, and we look forward to having everyone there. We have lots of sponsors that we'll be thanking, and we appreciate the community support, and especially the support of our sponsors for the event. So that's the first item I would like to mention. Our second item is that our garbage service will change for the holidays. I ask that you check the website for when your scheduled pickup will be, because there will be different dates for both Christmas and New Year's. So please check our website for that. And then I also would like to announce that we will have a special called meeting on January the 3rd at noon. Our first item of business will be to swear in Mayor Hinton, and then we'll have an organizational meeting to elect council president and pro tem at that time. So January 3rd at noon. And that's all the business I have.
Okay. Thank you very much. I do want to say, and I think I can speak for the mayor, I think I can speak for all the council members, to thank staff for all of their hard work on the holiday open house. The reason we're here tonight in the public safety building is because of all the hard work that everyone has done. It is seen, the love is pouring out into the hallways and the classrooms and various meeting rooms there at City Hall. So everyone, please come on Thursday to take a look and see what staff has done and what council and mayor has envisioned to put a holiday smile on a lot of children's faces and families to come out and do this. Like Ms. Webb said, it is free, so that's always a good thing to come and be able to spend time with your family with no charge to do so. And the special called meeting on January 3rd, Ms. Webb, I know you said elect council president and pro tem. Do we have to elect, I know we have to elect a president, but do we have to have a pro tem since we'll be vacated a seat?
I don't believe we have to, but we do need to have a signatory for council president. So
Okay.
we will begin our organizational efforts on that date.
Okay, I was just making sure. I would like to, whoever fills the seat of Councilman Hinton, I would like to give them the opportunity to get to know everyone as well, to at least have their voice and their stamp on items moving forward, if possible. But if not, we can move forward at that time. Item 13 is departmental business. Northport first annual report of expenditures. Mr. McGee.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll apologize. There'll be quite a few numbers here, so I'll try to keep it brief and summarize as much as possible. Annually, we report back on Northport First funds, collections, and what we've spent. We've had 3 full years of collections and expenditures. Northport First 2020 funds collected $5,465,327. Of those funds, there's still just over $650,000 available. They are allocated, waiting to be spent for various projects. Most, if not all, are in process. In fiscal year 2021, we collected $6,655,539. All of those funds have been expended. And in fiscal 2022, $7,314,116 were collected. There's $3,127,400 remaining. So to combine those numbers, $19,434,983 have been collected and allocated to Northport First. And I'll remind everybody back, that is the additional 1 cent sales tax we passed, or the council passed in 2019. And of that, $15,655,260 have been spent on a variety of projects. All of those funds that have not been spent have been allocated. I'll touch on a number of what they are. I won't go into numbers on each one of them. Paving was a big thing. We've done a lot of paving work, as a lot of you know, and I'm sure appreciative of. We've done educational grants every year to each of the schools in the city, and we're doing that again this year. It's the first allocation for 2023 funds. It's to those same schools. A lot of the projects that you heard Ms. Tubbs speak of, we purchased property, 3 different properties that will go toward those projects that she mentioned. And we've allocated funds to cover some of the engineering and planning that goes into moving forward on those projects also. Some of the unexpecteds that have come up, we had quite a bit of storm damage. These funds allowed us to cover that. Also, we had some drainage issues here are adjacent to City Hall. That was also a major expenditure for this. So there have been quite a number of projects that have been touched on. The funding was available, and there will be funding available in the future to hopefully carry forward a lot of projects that have been mentioned tonight. I'll be more than happy to go into any further details you would like, but I don't want to take up all night going over numbers. So
one thing I do want to point out, Mr. McGee, and you might want to touch on this even more, is that not only have we been able to do these projects and pay cash, but we have taken a very conservative approach on our reserves and
Absolutely.
have increased those reserves exponentially.
Correct. We are, and why that is important is for future borrowing. It will help us to improve our bond rating. And anytime our bond rating improves, it gives us lower borrowing costs. So for future projects, as we continue to set this aside, it's not being expended. It's set aside for emergencies, but it also helps the city with its bond rating. So it's very important.
I believe we've added $1 million each year, haven't we?
We have. So
To reserve.
correct.
And Ms. Webb, I might have my percentages wrong, but is it about 13.5% right now in our reserves, and we're looking to have about 15%?
I believe that is correct with our 2022 allocation. If we do an additional $1 million with 2023 allocation, we will be close to 15%.
Which is a number we were encouraged to reach toward from our bonding ratings agency. So maybe that'll get us that next step sometime in the future.
And I can tell you, and I know Mayor Herndon will attest to this, when he was first elected in 2008, reserves were very low, and to see where we're at now at almost 15%, that has been a collective effort of everybody being conservative, being good stewards of the taxpayers' money, and making sure that this is a priority. So I did want to make sure we touch on that because it's
Absolutely.
always easy to look at, the things that you can actually see.
Correct.
And what has been done, but knowing that your city is financially stable and has the reserves to back that up is always a good thing as well.
Absolutely.
And that was what we envisioned with the Northport First Funds when that was first done. So, anything else, Mr. McGee?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. McGee, are we on track to give the checks out January 10th?
Those will be on the check run that we tried to arrange this around on the 29th. So we've already sent the notices out to the schools.
Okay.
Some have already gotten their responses back. We anticipate the rest of them, so we will have those prepared for you to present the 10th, I
The
believe. is when
10th,
you have them.
January 10th,
Correct.
at the Thompson County High game.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the school system has approved,
Yes.
and confirmed that. So we're inviting everyone for that game.
And once again, they're discussing the educational grants that City of Northport has put back into the Tuscaloosa County school system. I think those have been very well received. Dr. Hinton, as a former principal of a school, can probably attest that having any additional money to go into the coffers is a big help, especially when you have a limited budget. So
I think we've, Mr. McGee, $1 million we have contributed to the schools over 3 years. And we're planning to give $350 again this year, $350,000, so.
Those go directly to the schools.
Yes.
Directly to the schools.
that's very
They're
good.
very appreciative of the help.
Absolutely. Anybody have anything else they would like to add in regards to Mr. McGee's Northport First Annual Report of Expenditures? Okay. Next is mayor and council members' business. I want to change this up just a little bit tonight. Tonight is Mayor Herndon's last night at a council meeting before his resignation on the 31st. I want to make sure we give him the ample time he deserves at the end of the district. So, Mayor Herndon, if you don't mind, I'll move you down, and then allow you to have that time at the end. So, we will start tonight with District 1, Councilwoman Bobo.
I have no new business for District 1 other than just highlighting our event again that is on Thursday, our open house at City Hall that starts at 5 p.m. and telling staff thank you so much for everything that you guys have done to make that into a magical experience. I know we won't really know until we get there and the event comes to life, but it's been incredible just watching our staff working together, becoming tighter as a team and creating, it's almost like a Disney-like experience. So that's been amazing to see with the holidays around. Also want to point out, I know we just had discussions about the finances, but one of the first things that Dr. Hinton and I through finance tasked the city administrator with was to get that reserve up to the 15%. So I want to tell you, thank you, Glenda, for doing that. That is, and making an incredible difference. It's one of the reasons why we had an increased rating. So you have just been tremendous in that regard, and would like to say thank you to Mayor Herndon for being there for us anytime we have asked for guidance, and for everything that you've done, for praying with us when we've had prayer requests. You've been really good to always be there for that, and I just want to tell you thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Bobo. District 2, Councilman Washington.
Good evening, everybody. I want to say thanks to the city staff once again for the hard work, and I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas and have a safe holiday, and thank you, Mayor, for your years of service to the great city of Northport.
District 3, Pro Tem Hinton.
Every time I've dropped by the city council offices, I see them, staff working hard, doing all kinds of things, getting ready for Thursday night, and we appreciate your effort. To Mayor Herndon, all I can say is shame on you. But appreciate all you've done, and I'll say more later, but I I will be calling on you for help, I'm sure.
Okay, District 4, Councilwoman Dykes.
I do want to say thank you again for everyone who contributed to the Toys for Tots. That was a huge drive that our staff also started, so I thank them for that. And to echo everything everyone else has said, when you see City Hall, you will not recognize it. It is an absolute winter wonderland. And every time I've gone up there, I have seen staff from every department, from fire department, police department, planning, finance. I mean, everyone's been up there working. I think I even saw the Grinch up there doing something on a ladder, maybe, or not. But it's going to be something, sight to behold. And I just want to make sure we have insurance on that train, just in case something happens on it. But that is going to be the added, that's going to be an added event that's going to be fun. And also to thank Mayor Herndon for his years of service. That's all.
Okay. In the District 5, I do want to point out, this is not just District 5, this is all districts. We do have our resurfacing project that's going on now. You're seeing a lot of patching going on the roads that are will be getting the final layer of asphalt. This is just part of the process. So if you see somebody patching, that doesn't mean that's all they're doing. They're getting the road ready to be stabilized to put the final layer of asphalt down. I know that's always a misconception, so just want to point that out. And the roads listed have been put out there by numerous media outlets. So if you want to check out what roads are being done, take a look at that long list, and hopefully, if it's not one that you want to see, it'll be done in the next go-round. That's what we're trying to do. Another thing I would like to say is I thought about this all afternoon. Actually, I thought about this a lot recently. Those that don't know, Bobby Herndon has been a friend of mine for, I couldn't tell you how long. I've known Bobby for numerous years. I've seen his leadership. I have noticed his heart, that he cares about the community. He cares about this council. He cares about the staff. He wants to see everything in Northport be better than what he found it, and he has put himself out there numerous times on various issues of when people think maybe he was the only one standing for something, but little did he know he had people in the background that was cheering him on. So I want to thank him for his service, like everyone else has here tonight. I did tell him it took me about a week after Mayor Herndon surprised us with resigning. It took me about a week before I texted him. But I did text him. I told him I was frustrated with him doing that, with him leaving us, and not being there to finish out these projects that we set forth. When we ran for election in 2020, Mayor Herndon was involved with the sports complex, was involved with the water park, and he always said, if this is what the citizens want, this is what I want. And it didn't matter what Jeff wanted, didn't matter what anybody else up here wanted. It was, if this is what the citizens want, this is what I'm for. And I've always taken that to heart, that Bobby is one of those that really took everything to heart. And I keep saying heart, but that was his campaign motto. It was a heart for Northport. And if there's anybody that's ever shown that, it has been Bobby Herndon. And Bobby, I want to thank you, not just for your service, but for being a friend, and to Kay for always allowing you to be out there in numerous spots, whether it's delivering goods to disaster area, to being at every meeting possible. And there's a lot of meetings that people don't see besides council meetings that you attend and go to. And you also have a full-time job. And I know how that is because I have a full-time job as well. And your families for being very selfless. So I just wanted to point that out, and that's why I wanted to give you your due here at the end of the meeting. We appreciate you, and we really thank you. We're very saddened that you were leaving us, but I know that, like President Mayor Hinton said, he's gonna be relying on you as well. So, Bobby, thank you again for all your hard work.
Council members, this 2008, I have represented the city of Northport across the country for a little over 10 years. I have enjoyed it. When Jeff was mentioning a heart for Northport, I love my city. I do. I love my council. I love my staff. I love everybody that's making the city of Northport a great place to be. You can just tell evidenced in everything coming up on the screen back there, the things in progress, the things in motion, that it's going to be better quality of life products that can be offered to our citizens. And I appreciate the council for going and pursuing these efforts, and it's going to be a great place. I work in cities all across the South. I deal with a lot of different cities every day, different staff members. But I want to tell you, the city of Northport has some of the best staff members promoting the city, helping the city grow, sometimes keeping me straight as far as rules and regulations. But I love you guys. I know I've known most of you since 2008 because y'all have been here. Some of y'all get older, I don't. But, some of y'all have been here. But I want to say I appreciate the citizens for letting me serve. I appreciate the staff. I appreciate the council. Love everybody. If you see my truck at the office about 4:45 in the morning, stop in and get some coffee. I've told the chiefs that they can come by anytime, get coffee. Talking about Chief Burton, Chief Marshall, these guys have always had my heart. I appreciate everything that law enforcement and first responders does. You guys are my heroes, and I thank you for it. Love you guys. I'm going to pray for you every day. And like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right there on Lurleen Wallace. And if you ever need me.
And at Waffle House every morning.
Come see me.
Waffle House every morning.
Come on to Waffle House. About 4:30 out by Lowe's. Waffle House 2125.
Thank you, Mayor. Once again, if no one else has anything, I will entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That is a motion by Councilwoman Dykes. That is a second by Councilman Washington. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming.